name's Sarah Huntley. I'm an intermediate artist. I tend to focus on painting and performance art, and I'm currently writing a graphic novel about the evolution of human consciousness. I use my mind and my art to capture images of landscapes from dreams and visions and psychedelic experiences, and I use those to inform ways that we can choose to evolve. So I'm creating a palette by which culture can express itself in new ways.
One of the things that keeps me an artist, even though there isn't a whole lot of easily seen or accessible commercial outlet for it besides selling your artistic soul for advertisement. Why I keep being drawn back to the arts and why I feel like it's so important is its capacity to inform people with entertainment and help them transform their ideas and their consciousness and their culture. I see art as one of the most engaging vehicles for activism possible, as far as informing people about the world they live in and getting them excited about new ways to interact with it. I think that art is going to be a huge renaissance in informing how we interact with the future, like future technologies and new ways of thinking, and just being, you know, keeping tabs of like information. We've become such dense information consuming beings, and it's changing the way we think. Like all the time we spend on the internet has changed our minds the same way the printing press changed minds, and telescopes and microscopes and things like that.
I would say my target audience is the seed that's been sown of the psychedelic renaissance, for people who are interested in the shamanic arts and visionary culture and indigenous cultures, people who have interests in biology and science and nature, and people who have sci-fi fans, you know, like I think about the stories that move me, and I think about the kind of people who also enjoy those stories, and it's definitely, you know, the intellectual nerds who love eye candy. That's my audience. It also happens to be a lot of music goers because I do the fire dancing and performance art and stuff, and that tends to be more psychedelic underground music, a lot of electronic music. I think of psychedelic as a frame of mind. I think of it as a kind of metacognitive philosophy where you examine your thoughts and your perceptions on a day-to-day basis, and you don't take reality for granted, and you always ask questions and just keep an open, clear lens. I think that the psychedelic philosophy and perspective is about cleaning your lens of perception, and there's several different ways of doing that. And also just, really tapping into people's creativity and power, and we've got the opportunity to leave it better than we found it and have a really good time in the process. So just keeping open-minded to the mystery is what I think psychedelic really means.
I think poi is an ancient art form that is really therapeutic and fun, and just teaches people that you can learn new things at any point in life. And for me, it was a huge tool for positive reinforcement and movement arts, and being in touch with my body in a way that I hadn't felt since I was a little kid, just playing and stuff. It really teaches you that you have a lot of say in how you feel physically and emotionally and mentally. It teaches you discipline as play. People ask me, like, how often do you practice to get that good? And I think, well, I don't really think of it in terms of practice. I think of it in terms of play, and I just do what comes naturally. Like, the thing I see in common amongst all the poi spinners that I know is that they definitely develop this obsessive appetite for it, and it's because it's really therapeutic and fun to do, and it just like absorbs into your life. But yeah, I adore poi. I think it's really magical. I have all kinds of like imaginative, I guess, fantasies about its capacities in art and science, because its geometric nature is really fascinating. I think of it as like a dance computer almost, I have these like silly fantasies about piloting starships with poi, and I don't know, it's a really amazing storytelling tool, and that's why I use it for performance art.
Yeah, there is something I want to say. I want to encourage everybody with the utmost urgency that they have the power to transform their lives. They just need to believe in themselves and not be afraid to reach out for support and encourage one another to explore the potential that life has to offer everyone.